Hello everyone. This morning what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to consist on the Digitrax FT402D controller on the Digitrax LocalNet system. What we'll be consisting is, when you see in the camera here, Burlington Northern 114 will be the lead engine. The engine behind it, you see 3114, that is a dummy unit. It has no power in it. The second powered engine that we'll be adding is in the middle of the train. This is the train that you see here, just showing you. The second powered engine will be the Denver Rio Grande 5317. And this will be consisted or put on the same controller as the Burlington Northern. So this is the train that we'll be pulling. It's roughly about 20 cars. Okay, we'll head over to the Digitrax DT402 and show you how to program it. Okay, so here we have the Digitrax, the DT402D controller. It's radio controlled. So what we do here is there is a telecom connector that you can actually physically connect to a UR92 port. But what we do is we typically put this little device here, and that just protects this little clip from breaking. The second thing you want to do is we normally remove the 9-volt batteries. The manual says you can reverse them, but we just remove them just to get the things out of there, just so they don't give us any trouble. So to add the battery, you'll see a plus indicator when you turn the controller over. The 9-volt battery, the plus indicator is always going to be those smaller circles, so we mark it. Simply insert the battery, place the cover, and you'll have a display. When the display comes up, what we're going to do now is we're going to be consisting the Burlington Northern 114 and the 5317. So in order to do that, we have to first associate the Burlington 114, which is going to be the lead engine. That will be on the right controller always when you're doing the Digitrax consist. The second powered engine will be on the left controller. However, when we do the consist, we're going to physically or internally tie these two together. So the first thing we have to do is we have to recognize each loco on the local net. So to do that, first we press the local button once. Correction. What we want to do first is we want to turn the right knob one time counterclockwise, and the select LED will start flashing. When this happens, press the loco, and it's going to prompt you to enter the specific engine number. So in this case, our engine is Burlington Northern 114. When you do that, you press loco again. Now 114 is associated with the right controller. So the second engine we're going to add to the left controller. To do that, we turn the left controller one time to the left. You'll notice the SEL will start flashing. When this happens, press the loco button again. Now we want to enter the engine 5317 and then we press loco. Now we have Burlington Northern on this controller and 5317 on this controller. So the next thing we have to do is we have to make sure both engines are going in the right direction. As you see, the Burlington Northern, the little arrow here, is pointing to the right or to the front of the engine. However, on the consist engine, it's pointing to the rear. We have to correct this. So to do that, there's a button right here. It has a little two directional arrows. So what you want to do here is press this button once, and you'll notice this arrow will move. Instead of facing the rear of the engine, it will face the front. Now it's facing the front. So both engines are going in the same direction. That's important. Now to consist the 5317, the engine in the middle, to this loco or the Burlington Northern 114, the engine in the front, we press the MU command. Now what will happen is it will start flashing the engine on the left controller. So we want to press the plus button once, and when we do that, we're going to internally tie 5317 to this controller. So I'm going to press plus. Now you see the CN is telling me that 5317 is consisted with Burlington Northern 114. Now we're ready to run the train, and we'll go over and take a shot in front of the train. That's how you do the consist. The second thing I want to show you real quick is how you turn on track power. Right above the two zeros here, above the 114, if you'll notice when I press power first, you'll see a prompt that asks you for plus or minus. I press plus, and when I do that, track power is turned on. And you'll notice the little LED or the little dot above the off. To turn track power off, you can also press the minus key at this time. Okay, we'll go over in front of the engine, and we'll show you some other things. Alright, hello everyone. We are back. Continuation of our consist video here. What we're looking at now is the Burlington Northern engine. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of things with the DT402. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and turn on track power. And to do that, I'm going to press the power button once. Then I'm going to press the plus. Now what will happen is when I do this, you'll hear the engine turn on. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the light. So what's important when consisting is we want to make sure that the smokestack above the 11 or the next to the 114 is flashing. That tells us that we have control over the 114 engine. So what we'll do now is on the 114 engine, I'm going to press 0. When I press 0, you'll see the light turn on. The second feature that we have is the bell and the yellow amber flashing light on top of the cab. When I press it, it will turn on. Number 2 is the horn. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start turning up the speed, and you'll start to see the engine. So I'm going to take the controller out of the camera, and you'll start to see the engine gradually take off. To give you an idea, on the controller we're at speed 11. We're slowly counting up as we gradually increase the speed by turning the right controller. Both engines are accelerating or slowly gathering speed. Just to show you our speed, we're up to 18 ticks. And here comes the second engine, the Denver Rio Grande 5317. It's consisted with 114, Burlington Northern, the front engine.